All right, and welcome back to Star Trek 25th Anniversary. All right, so we had the little fumble there, getting held up by some Romulans, but time we'll go to the correct star system. I got my map open right here. Be ready to rock. So we're looking for the Digifal. I'm looking it up right now. All right, I know where we gotta go. Yes. All right, let's do this. So this is Digifal right there. I still feel like we may run into some Romulans, but let's hope for the best.
Captain, a Klingon battle cruiser has entered the system.
Open hailing frequencies. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Klingon battle cruiser, you are in Federation space. You must leave immediately.
I am Commander Taras of the Nizra. We are in pursuit of a genocidal criminal. We are performing an act of mercy in removing him from your space. Naturally, you will remove your vessel from this system. For your own safety, of course.
I think we can take care of ourselves, Taraz, which is more than I can say for you, if the Nizra does not leave Federation space at once.
Okay.
You are in direct violation of the Organian Treaty, mister. If you have a problem, have your fleet commander take it up with them. If a Federation criminal were to pass into Klingon space, you would be saying the same thing to me. Who do you think you're trying to fool, Taraz? Get your ship out of here now. I think we can take care of ourselves, Taraz, which is more than I can say for you, if the Nizra does not leave Federation space at once.
Alright, which one of these is the least antagonistic here? That one seems okay.
You are in direct violation of the Organian Treaty, mister. If you have a problem, have your fleet commander take it up with them. If a Federation criminal were to pass into Klingon space, you'd be saying the same thing to me.
I just don't like the mister in this one. Otherwise, I like this one. I'm gonna try it that one.
If we are not allowed to capture this criminal, Captain, you may do this for us. We insist that we remain here to monitor the situation, but we will take no action, provided that you can bring him to us in 12 hours.
Ugh.
Agreed.
Uh-huh.
Vessels of war are not allowed in Federation space. You will pull back to the Organian neutral zone, and do so immediately. Agreed.
I think I'll just agree to that one. That way I'm not fighting with people. Okay, there's the planet.
Entering standard orbit.
Alright, let's have some chats.
I have pinpointed the source of the energy trail from Huakur.
Let's go do it.
Assemble a landing party. Unless we find this so-called criminal, we're going to war.
Oh, good. Okay. Take a look what we can see.
It looks like the jungle has grown up into a small hut.
Mm-hmm.
Luminescent insects swarm near a large tree. Feral red eyes glare out of the dark at you. Feral red eyes glare out of the dark at you.
Excuse me.
The moon of Digifal. Legend says that the gods of good and evil fortune live there and will glance back at those who look at them, and either a miracle or a catastrophe will soon befall those who gaze upon it. There is a tall, slender, dark-haired man looking intently at you.
Yeah, I don't see really anything else that reacts. This is gonna be the hut again. I was thinking maybe doing Day of the Tentacle after this. If there's any input on that, just let me know in the comments. Just to kind of keep the point and click going, because I'm really into
Nothing to report, Captain.
it. Really am. It's been a good run so far. Nothing to report.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Report. I hope this
Nothing to report, Captain.
isn't actually timing me. That would be unfortunate.
I am picking up strange energy readings from the alien. Perhaps Dr. McCoy could provide better data.
Read as use the medical one.
He appears human. All life signs are normal, but I'm getting strange energy readings near the base of the pituitary gland.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Where's this little guy? He's a grasshopper or something. All kinds of little lovely things.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor. There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Alright, let's have a chat.
Greetings, my children. I can barely imagine that you have come so far.
I am Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Did you know the Klingons are looking for you? I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. What did you do to get the Klingons so upset? We're not your children, and we don't appreciate this wild goose chase you forced us into. I am Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Did you know the Klingons are looking for you?
Okay.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. What did you do to get the Klingons so upset? I am Captain James T.
The Klingons? Amazing. This is the first time one of my missions has produced results so swiftly.
Listen, mister. Any missions conducted within Klingon space fully jeopardize the peace.
Yep.
Damn right the results were swift. The Klingons have been raiding colonies looking for you. Listen, mister. Any missions conducted within Klingon space fully jeopardize the peace.
Jeopardize the peace? Hardly. Peace is what I preach. I am Quetzalcoatl, as you well know from the proud history of your world.
Quetzalcoatl? How fitting you would name yourself after one of the most bloody-handed gods in Earth's history.
Bloody-handed? My people love peace.
Your followers regularly sacrificed other believers to you after you left, offering you their still-beating hearts. Ha! You mean your followers loved pieces? They slaughtered other believers hoping you'd return.
I may not pick
Your
that one.
followers regularly sacrificed other believers.
Impossible. You must be lying.
And then your followers were destroyed, because when white men arrived on that continent, they were believed to be you in your promised return. Your people perverted your teachings, then were destroyed by it.
Foul, lying creatures! My gift was wasted upon you. Be gone.
What the?
Clearly are not the inheritors of the noble Aztec world. What you have said has greatly disturbed me. You should not lie so. You shall remain here.
I think I was
until
breathing
you
in the
have
mic there,
learned
sorry.
the error of angering Quetzalcoatl.
Okay, so where am I now? Oops.
There is a light suspended from above by a chain.
Looks like I'm...
There is a vine hanging down into the pit.
I wonder if I can climb up that.
Feral red eyes glare out of the dark at you.
Lawrence and Ricky.
Lieutenant Strachey is carefully examining the pit. This particular snake doesn't seem to like your company and moves whenever you get near it.
Okay.
There is a tiny hole in the wall at this point. Certainly no human could crawl through here.
Okay.
There are rocks here quite suitable for picking up and throwing. McCoy is examining the floor of the pit.
Okay. There it in on the tricorders.
Nothing to report, Captain. This vine is not likely to support our weight by itself, Captain. You would have to find some way to reinforce it.
Reinforce it, eh? Wonder if by maybe this other vine here.
Nothing to report, Captain. It looks like a Xanthorian pit snake, a rather common species in this region, noted by galactic herpetologists for their quickness. It is not venomous or dangerous to humans.
Okay, that's good to know.
It would appear that this is where the snake lives, Captain.
Yep, agreed.
A pile of small igneous rocks, Captain.
What is this that I didn't look at?
There are several loose vines hanging over the side of the pit out of reach. This is one of them.
So I should probably maybe phaser that one then. Try to stun phaser this bad boy here.
It is logical that an entity that professes to teach peace would render our phasers inoperative.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. So, did I already use it? I did it on the light already. The snake lives in hole. Snake's here. Can't use anything else here. Rocks for throwing, so let's pick up the rocks anyways. This.
You pick up some rocks from the pile.
You can knock it with this. Aha!
Fascinating. It did appear to knock the vine down near to the point where one of us can reach it.
Didn't they have baseball on Vulcan? Show us your fastball, Jim.
Baseball? No one plays that anymore. Good try, though, sir.
Alright, let's get. Oh, do I have more rocks? I do. Alright, this one. Aha!
The probability of getting the vine on the second try was only 36.53%. Well done, Captain.
Probability? That was a perfect pitch if I ever saw one.
All right. We're on our way.
Alright. Go up. Oh, let's take. I want you. Oh, I probably have to tell the rest of them to come up, eh? Spock is ripped. I wonder if I can get old Ensign Ricky to bit by the snake. And it's not poisonous, so he won't die, but let's see if I can get him to go manhandle the snake. Go touch the snake.
You cannot reach it from where you are.
I know, I don't want to reach it, I want you.
You fail to obtain anything.
You. Play with the snake.
Doesn't seem to want to be grabbed, sir. It just slithers back to its hole.
Well, I have rocks that will solve that. I want to see what happens. Okay, so you come back down then. I want to see him get bit. That's pretty sadistic, I know. Out of sheer curiosity's sake. Can I block the hole with this or with my hand? Is this the hole? Ah! You. Touch the snake.
Doesn't seem to want to be grabbed, sir. It just slithers back to its hole.
I want you to grab the snake. Okay, well, never mind then. Maybe I just put the rock down. Maybe I didn't actually block its hole off.
You look but see nothing of note. There is a tiny hole in the wall at this point. Certainly no human could crawl through here.
12 rocks. Do.
The hole is already blocked.
Okay, so the hole's blocked, so someone's supposed to touch the snake, I guess. So they can block the hole. I want him to touch the snake. Do it.
Doesn't seem to want to be grabbed, sir. It just slithers back to its hole.
Him grab it. You grab it.
You fail to obtain anything.
No, we're out. Okay.
Trees to the left of you. Trees to the right of you. Into the valley of trees race the landing party.
Oh, that's awesome.
This great tree has been in this jungle for centuries.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
Trees to the left of you.
Okay, I don't see anything here. Ooh.
I am Tolokzak, priest of Quetzalcoatl. Only one who knows his ways may approach his holy ground.
Okay. Let's have a chat, friend.
I will not listen to your deceitful ways.
Only one who knows his ways.
Perhaps our host will be more reasonable now. I recommend trying to locate him, Captain.
Did you ever get the feeling that people don't like you?
Yes, right now.
Nice planet. I kind of like it.
Yeah, well, you may get to see a lot of it. Okay, only someone who knows his ways. I don't know what that means.
Primitive lights illuminate this savage scene. You look but see nothing of note. Towering over your security officer, holding a great spear in his huge hand, the great warrior Tolokzak will let no one pass him.
Okay.
Primitive lights illuminate this savage scene.
Well, either this Aztec is a real flesh and blood human being, or I'm going to be retired as soon as I get back to the Enterprise.
So he's human.
Nothing to report, Captain.
I don't really have anything else to give him. The phasers are useless.
Still inoperative, Captain.
Inoperative there. Okay, so what do we do here? I feel if I keep talking to him, he's gonna stab poor Ricky.
I will not listen to your deceitful ways.
Okay, so I go up this way. If I walk that way, he's gonna kill me, certainly. Alright, go, I'll prove it.
Save new game.
Let's just try to walk past him.
Get back. You may not pass until you prove your worthiness.
I can't walk by. It's not even let me past him. Oh, sorry there, bumped the table. Prove my worthiness, eh?
You fail to obtain anything.
Yep. Gotta try for these lights.
Fascinating. These lights are actually swarms of bioluminescent insects. I wonder how they are controlled.
You and me both. Okay, let's see.
These lamps are made up of insects much like fireflies, Jim.
You told me the same thing. Prove my worth. Okay.
Perhaps our host.
That's the same, so these are all gonna be the same. So, gotta be something on this last screen then. That's something there.
Trees to the left of you.
That's just the trees thing
Trees
again.
to the right of you. Fail to obtain anything.
Anything.
You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything.
I walk this way into the forest. Nope.
Staying in this overgrown region could prove quite dangerous. I suggest we continue, Captain.
Well, it can't go that way. Staying here is bad, you say? What do you
This
say?
jungle is sure lush, Jim. Speaking of lush, I could use a nice...
Okay. I wonder if... Can Jim get the snake then? Someone's gonna be able to pick up that snake. Because there's nothing else in here. I can't take the vines. The snake's the only thing left. The hole's definitely there. If I reach for the snake, is they just gonna run to the hole now? Nope. So I got a snake. Okay. So then, can I... It's not a poisonous snake. I can't try quarters.
This snake is just waiting for a chance to sink its fangs into someone, especially young Starfleet security officers.
I tried to get him to pick it up and it wouldn't do it. He said it kept running to the hole.
I am Tolokzak.
Maybe I can make it bite him.
Only one who knows his ways may approach his holy ground.
So, let's try this. Only because I want to see if it's going to bite old.
I'm really not that anxious to get a good look at it, sir.
That's a direct order by your superior officer. You'll listen.
Get that thing away from me.
Interesting. From the angle of its fangs and the shape of its mouth, it might have had the ability to inject its prey with venom at one time.
Indeed, you know the ways of Quetzalcoatl, but only
Of
a man
course.
of courage, one who will shed blood, will pass.
One who will shed blood. Do I get a Bash the thing with a rock? No. No. All right, you're in.
Well, there is a doctor here, so I guess it's all right. They never told me I'd be doing this at the academy.
You are truly a noble man, unlike the coward who is not capable of shedding his own blood. You may pass, but beware the man in the golden robe. He may lead you to your death. Use this knife to defend yourself.
Ooh, I'm the coward? Yeah, no. I'm definitely taking that knife.
You pick up the beautifully crafted knife.
I'm the coward in the golden robe. Off we go. I'm okay with that.
Below this rock is a large growth of mushrooms. Familiar glowing spheres light the path.
Okay.
A large fern fans the pathway.
It vaguely resembles the Terran Spanish bayonet. The edges of the leaf are razor sharp and secrete a poisonous resin.
Huh.
Trauzakian mushrooms. Their spores are highly toxic and are released if they are disturbed.
Okay. Deadly plants.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I really don't want to disturb the mushrooms because I don't want to die. Let's just carry on here then.
The river water is too muddy to get an idea of its depth, or what may be beneath its surface.
Whatever this red-eyed thing is.
A pair of eyes are all that you can see of the rest of this creature. Most of it is hidden beneath the murky water. The river water is too muddy to get an idea of its depth, or what may be beneath its surface.
Okay.
You look but see nothing of note.
See if I can scan this thing.
The tricorder registers a life form, a large marine creature lurking just below the surface of the water.
Concur.
The tricorder registers a life form, a large marine creature lurking just below the surface of the water. The tricorder registers...
Alright, can I scan you?
Jim, there's some kind of an aquatic creature down there.
Concur.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Captain, it would not be wise to cross while the creature is near.
Captain, perhaps I should try to cross first.
I agree.
I'll give it a try, Captain.
Only because I did pretty good the last two. I did so good the last two. I deserve that. Creature's gone.
It is a large cluster of crystals.
Let's take some of those.
You will need something to pry it loose.
I have a knife.
You have one dilithium crystal in raw form.
Nice. Nice.
Darkness leading into the unknown. Stalactites descend from the ceiling.
I should warn you, the stalactites could collapse quite easily. Any sudden motion could cause large quantities of stalactites to fall on us.
Well, isn't this just great?
Doctor, I would point out that your voice could also trigger such a collapse.
Will you two stop arguing just once?
Hey, he didn't say morons. He said, will you two stop arguing just once instead of will you two morons stop arguing just once? Interesting.
Then, gentlemen, I would advise you to stop arguing. You know, some shore leave sounds pretty good right now.
That's completely different.
Will you two stop arguing just once? Then,
Interesting.
gentlemen, I would advise...
It would seem to be a prudent course of action, Captain, if Dr. McCoy would agree.
Oh my goodness, like children.
Stalagmites rise from the floor of the cave.
Alright, well, let's carrying on here.
I watched as you worked through the problems I set in your path. You are a valiant, intelligent species. I was particularly impressed by the sacrifice made by Lieutenant Stragey. Of course, I gave him back his life. He is now safely aboard your vessel. Please sit down. We have much to discuss.
I mean, I guess I should be happy he's still around, but...
I've had it up to here with so-called superior beings terrorizing my crew because we're so primitive. Maybe you should see how primitive you are before you go around testing others. One thing first, if you're so peaceful, how come the Aztecs were so violent and aggressive? Yes, I guess we do. Go on. I've had it up to here. Yes, I guess we do.
First, I have one question. You are clearly not the liars I thought you to be. Were you telling me the truth about my disciples? That they became ruthless savages?
The Federation is not in the business of lying, mister. Absolutely. Your best intentions were changed by the imperfect humans that you left in charge after you departed. Such is the way of our race, I'm afraid. You messed up in a big way. Perhaps you should try following the Prime Directive. It changed our lives. The Federation... Absolutely.
Yeah.
I sense truth in this. Perhaps this is what happened to my children on the Klingon world of Rakur, which would explain why they are searching for me. I have clearly abused the power that was given me long ago.
You show great wisdom, sir, but your statement implies that you wish to change your condition.
Indeed. If my mission of peace was overthrown, then I am no longer worthy of my power. Tell me, has your species made progress in the medical arts?
We're a technologically advanced starfaring race. What do you think? That we wouldn't have made progress in medicine?
Hey, he gets some pokey sometimes, eh?
With Dr. McCoy, I sometimes wonder, but yes, I would say we have made considerable advances. Yes, why do you ask? We're a technologically advanced... Yes, why do you ask?
At the top of my spine is a gland not found in your species. This is the seat of my power. I wish you to remove it, thereby making me immortal.
Jim, I'll try, but the physiology is completely alien.
You've got to do it, Bones. If the Klingons realize he's no longer a threat to them, perhaps we can avoid a war.
Agreed.
Scotty, 4 to beam up.
Ooh, that was quick. Where are we going?
Captain, 3 Klingon heavy battle cruisers have just
Oh,
entered the
man.
system. Admiral Kenka is hailing us, sir.
Federation Starship, this is Admiral Blick Pinker of the Clearter. You harbor a criminal who has caused the destruction of the entire population of Rakor. We are not prepared to negotiate. You will proceed to Rakor, where a court of Cleon justice will be convened. If you refuse, we shall destroy you.
Admiral Vlick, the criminal of whom you speak is in the middle of a very delicate medical procedure. He cannot be handed over to anyone at this time. I cannot believe Quetzalcoatl's mission to Rakur would cause the deaths of the entire planet. Since when do Klingons give orders to Federation officers, Admiral? I realize it's difficult for a Klingon, but don't be a fool. Admiral Vlicht, The criminal of whom you speak.
His attempt to corrupt the Empire with his philosophy led to the destruction of all life on Hrakor.
How could a philosophy of peace and non-violence cause the destruction of all life on Hrakor?
Hrakor has been governed by my family for generations, but even they were corrupted by him. It was a matter of honor that his lies had to be silenced, no matter what the cost.
My God, you killed your own people just because they acquired a philosophy that you disagreed with? So you killed them, your own family. You were responsible for their deaths, not Quetzalcoatl. You murdered them. You're insane. Tell me how much do your commanders know about what you did? Or do you need to kill Quetzalcoatl to hide your own deeds? My God, you killed...
It was that creature's fault. Had he not interfered in our affairs, the people of Hrakor would be alive. Clearly, he is responsible.
Message from Starfleet Command.
I'll argue this with you later, Vlicht.
Contact your superiors, Kirk. You may be surprised.
I have bad news, Captain. The Organians have ruled that Quetzalcoatl's interference in Klingon affairs renders him subject to Klingon law. You are to turn your prisoner over to them at Hrakor. Klingon law will permit you to observe or aid in his defense. But be very careful, Jim. Starfleet out.
Captain, you cannot turn him over to those butchers. That would be murder.
We have no choice, Scotty. I'm afraid Quetzalcoatl has a date with Klingon justice. Set course for Hrakor, Mr. Chekhov.
Off to Hrakor.
Captain's log. We have come to the ruined Klingon planet of Hrakor to deliver our guest, the mythical entity Quetzalcoatl, to a Klingon court. Dr. McCoy, Mr. Spock, and Ensign Benny and I have been granted permission by the Organians to witness this trial, which I expect to be a travesty of any meaningful definition of justice.
Old Ensign Benny.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
The prisoner and his witnesses will stand forth, so the trial may begin.
This is the famous seal of the Klingon Empire.
Okay.
A Klingon guard. A big Klingon guard. A big Klingon guard with his disruptor ready to fire on anyone who gives him trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Admiral Vlicht, commander of the Klingon flagship Clerta. You look but see nothing of note. This city was destroyed by heavy bombardment and intense doses of neutrino rays that killed all known forms of life on this planet.
I guess I just go stand over.
So, Kirk, we finally meet. I had thought it would be in battle, but the universe holds many surprises.
There's nothing less appealing than a gloating Klingon, Vlicht. Let's get this trial underway. Stick around, Vlicht. There are more surprises awaiting you. Why does every Klingon tell me they expected to meet me in battle? You really have a one-track mind. There's nothing less appealing than a gloating Klingon, Vlicht. Let's get this trial underway.
So be it! This begins the trial of the entity Quetzalcoatl, who is charged with impersonating a Klingon, stirring dissent, encouraging cowardice, and treason in the highest degree.
Those are serious charges, Vlicht. Should he not be tried by a Klingon high court?
He has not demonstrated honor, Kirk. Only a proven warrior may be tried in high court. Principles of honor are not applicable to his defense.
I'm a warrior, Vlicht. I hereby intervene for him and demand the honors and responsibilities of a warrior's trial. This trial is a mockery for the entire galaxy to see. Oh, well, I'm afraid you're on your own, Quetzalcoatl.
The dialogue in this is just awesome.
I'm a warrior, Vlicht.
A Federation officer claiming the rights of a Klingon warrior. How dare you insult me, Kirk?
I faced Klingons both in personal and ship-to-ship combat. Your own records will confirm this. If I'm not worthy of their honors, why didn't they kill me?
That oversight, Kirk, is easily rectified. You and your 3 companions may face the test that we set for the Defender. Then we shall see if you are as worthy as a Klingon.
I want your word of honor, Vlicht, that Quetzalcoatl will not be harmed while we take these tests.
Very well. You have my word. Captain Calarax, transport them to the test of life.
Test of life.
What is this place?
Not much is known about Rakur, Ensign. This would appear to be some sort of a mining installation. That creature might be a native life form.
A creature.
Test of courage? That is the Klingon way.
I somehow doubt that the Blicht intends for us to survive this, whatever the outcome. We're the only thing that stands between him and the killing of Quetzalcoatl that he can justify.
Why should he worry about justification, Captain? He's a Klingon. Murder is as natural to them as breathing.
That's not true, Ensign. However, I suspect that Blicht's attack on Rakur exceeded his orders. He needs Quetzalcoatl as a scapegoat, and he needs a fair trial to avoid an inquiry of his own actions.
And our deaths will be the only way he can get it. Great.
What creature?
A field of static lightning. It seems to be moving in a purposeful manner. You look but see nothing of note.
Oh, dog just sneezed.
A slightly antiquated Klingon lock mechanism. The floor is incomplete, made of unrefined natural rock. The floor is incomplete, made of unrefined natural rock. This section of wall was carved by some sort of plasma field. These wooden rods are support beams that were not placed. You look but see nothing of note.
Okay. Tricorder some stuff here.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. This rock has a high iron content.
Okay.
These wooden rods are support beams that were not placed. This wall was carved from the natural rock. This rock has a high iron content.
Okay. Yep.
It does not register as a known life form. There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor. There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor. There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Okay. Can I go grab one of these things? Can I use it on this thing? Oh. Okay. Don't go that way. Okay. Uh-huh.
No effect.
No effect, you say. What about kill?
No effect.
Jim, stop trying to shoot everything. You're making me nervous.
Okay.
Captain, there is a force field between us and the planet. We have your position at approximately 30 meters beneath the surface of Hakoa, and what appears to be the ruins of an archaeological dig. Keep us informed. We'll help you all we can. We can analyze any data you gather through the main computer.
Okay, can you analyze how to get me out of this room?
This creature is composed of electrical fields. I would not recommend approaching it. A metal projectile might disrupt its fields and render it harmless.
A metal projectile. Well, I have a metal projectile. These are all wood, you said, right?
These wooden rods are support beams that were not placed. The floor is incomplete, made of unrefined natural rock.
He said it was iron, right?
This rock has a high iron content.
So can I pick up said rock?
You fail to obtain anything.
Oh. Can I, for a rod, use that to pry out a rock? Clunk. I don't know what clunk means. Can I pick up the rock now?
You fail to obtain anything.
Okay. Plunk. So I can throw some of the floor at it. It might break. Maybe I have iron tipped on the... Nope. I do not. But maybe I had some iron after digging up that. Okay, does it say if I've done anything to it?
The floor is incomplete.
Nope.
Made of unrefined natural rock.
Oh, my dog's just rolling all over the floor behind me.
The floor is incomplete. One Starfleet issue communicated.
Oh, I meant to use that. Oh, look.
Captain, there is a force field. We
I was
have
going
your
to say the
position at
same
a
thing.
present.
Okay. See if maybe Spock can pick up.
You fail to obtain anything.
I do not understand the desired course of action.
I agree.
These wooden rods are support beams that were not placed.
Talk to you, maybe you'll give me a hint.
Captain, I have calculated the odds of surviving this at...
Shut up, Spock.
You've handled those Klingons well, sir. We've got them on the run now.
It's just insubordination.
How could you do it, Jim? I spent hours trying to save his
Up
life.
to the laundry
and
brig
you
with
just
you.
gave him away in seconds to the Klingons.
Why do I have the feeling that I'm about to have a bad day?
I get a bad feeling about this. I don't know what to do. Rods burn up. Floor just clunking. I can't do anything with the ceiling, right? Wonder if I can maybe use the rod under the door. My unlimited supply of rods.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. I use it with Spock.
Ouch.
Oh, nice.
Ouch.
Ouch!
I've successfully hit all three of them.
Nothing happens.
I don't hit myself. Clunk. What's clunking all over the place? Oh, clunk. It's the wood hitting the floor, so nothing's happening. I thought maybe the clunk was like breaking up the floor because it's all the... I'm pointing, you can't see me point, but it's all broken up pieces of rock. I will mull this over. I think I will call it there for the night. So thank you very much for watching. See you next time. We'll try to get out of this electrically guarded room. All right. Bye-bye.